Sawadee Krap. Welcome back, guys, to another video. Today, I want to talk to you about an observation I've made in the last 2 months. So, I've been here in Thailand now for 2 months. I've been traveling. I've left home 2 months ago. I have been on my own for just under 8 weeks now, and I feel like there's so much things that I've learned. If I was even just to reflect back to when I first moved abroad, like it's actually mad. Like as you can see by the title, I genuinely believe, honestly, that moving abroad has changed my life. Not just kind of, I want to say physically in terms of my surroundings, obviously the place I'm living, different side of the world. I'm not working my 9 to 5 job anymore in the UK. So obviously in that aspect, it has changed my life, like peripherally in terms of what I can see every day around me. However, mindset wise, spiritually, I honestly do believe that this move has had a really big impact on my life, and I want to talk about why in this video. So even if I was just going to jump into the first thing, just in terms of the independence it gives you, man, I feel like, again, I've only been on my own for 2 months now. I've only left home 2 months ago, like I said. But I honestly feel like it's made me grow up a lot quicker. Like what I mean when I say that is, when you're on your own, right? Like, I'm not just on my own. It's not like I just moved out of my mum's house and I went to another area, or I went down the road, or I'm a couple bus stops away. I'm in a completely different part of the world. I'm in a completely different continent. Do you know what I mean? From all of my family. I'm the only one out of my whole family, even in Asia to begin with, which is a bit mad to say. So when I say that it's changed my life about in regards to my independence, I feel like it's forced me to grow up a lot quicker because I know that I don't have anyone else here. Does that make sense? So an example might be is if I'm having a bad day, as we all do, not a bad day, a bad period of a day, because no day is a bad day. Like before, I would just go to the Mandem, go spend time with my friends, and we just have some banter, play some PlayStation or whatever it could be, and I would just be perfectly fine after a couple of hours. But I feel like now, due to my situation, and I'm not complaining about it at all, I have to be my own sounding board. I have to be the person to kind of pick myself back up when I might be not thinking as positively as I should about life. Do you know what I mean? Because it happens. It's like a sliding scale. We all have good times of the day. We all have not so good times of the day. So because like I'm on my own completely, it's like you have to be your own sounding board and kind of pick yourself back up on the days when it is a little bit tougher, days when you really don't want to get out of bed. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't have that sounding board, that backbone of my friends and family and stuff like that. Or even on a different note, just simply, this moving to Thailand is the first time I've even moved out of my house. So like I went from 0 to 100 real quick. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really give myself no type of thing to get comfortable or used to. I didn't go like step by step. I literally went from 0, literally at home living with mum, Asia. There was no in between. Do you know what I mean? So another thing that I've learned is obviously just how to live and survive on your own. Obviously, I'm a 22-year-old young man, so I'm not going to be like all my days I need to have my mum to cook me dinner and all this kind of stuff. Obviously, I had a level of independence when I was back home under my mum's roof, cooking my own meals and stuff like that, looking after myself. But it's still different because you're still under your mum's roof. Do you know what I mean? So like now I'm completely in my own space, my own area, on my own routine, living on my own time. Do you know what I mean? Doing things that I want to do, setting my condo up how I want to set it up. No one else is telling me turn music down, do the A, B, and C. So it's a lot different, man. I think that mindset wise, it has matured me a lot because I've learned a lot of lessons. I've made a lot of mistakes, even though I've only been there for a short while. Like even when it comes to understanding people, meeting new people, assimilating into the culture, it's a lot, man. It's very much a culture shock. That's the only way I can kind of articulate it. It definitely is a culture shock. And it teaches you a lot because I feel like I'm a baby. And when I say that I feel like I'm a baby, what I mean is that in this new culture that I'm in, I know nothing. So I might as well be a toddler who doesn't know the language, doesn't know how to walk and talk. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't know right from wrong because, well, maybe not know right from wrong, but you get the drift that I'm trying to say. Because that is basically me. I don't know the language. I don't know the culture. I don't really know much about the place that I'm in. Do you know what I mean? So it's been such a steep learning curve that I've had to learn every single day about tradition, culture, way of life here, understanding the people, picking up phrases every day. Like, I honestly do feel like a baby, but I don't see that as a bad thing. I see that as a good thing because I'm a teachable individual and I just know that there's so many things out there that I need to learn. Language, culture, assimilating into this new culture is obviously a big part and a new one of them. But I do feel like it's literally like you're a baby. That's how I feel. If I was back in the UK, I would know how to maneuver. I would know how to go about certain things because I've been doing it for more than 20 years of my life. But coming out here to Asia, everything is just so drastically different in certain regards, you know what I mean? So it is a steep learning curve. But then that gives me an opportunity to learn and develop as an individual. So like I said, I'm not here to say it in a negative way, but it has definitely changed my life. But it's given me the opportunity to learn and enhance my knowledge, become a more well-rounded individual, so much more. I think another thing that I've learned, and another reason why moving abroad has really kind of changed my life and perspective on a lot of things, is that moving abroad has made me a lot more of a patient and grateful individual, actually, I must say. Like, when I was at home in the UK, obviously I would give thanks and praise Jah every day, but I feel like a lot of the things you would just take for granted. Like, I'm living, my mum's downstairs, oh, mum, I'll talk to you later, you're annoying, love you, mum, you're annoying, don't talk to you today, do you know what I mean? Or like my sister, Lawe, I don't want to talk to you, or my friends, yeah, whatever. But now that I'm so far removed from them, I just look back on times when I might have been like, oh, why didn't I have dinner with my mum that time? Why did I choose to go out clubbing and I could have just stayed in and just done the real cool thing and watched a movie with Mumsy, get some popcorn and just chill out, do you know what I mean? And obviously I'm not saying it like I can never do that again. I'm not saying that I'm never going to see my mum again. But what I am saying is that when you remove yourself from your comfort zone, you reflect back on the comfort zone and ask yourself, damn, maybe I should have done this better, or maybe I should have spent some more quality time with certain family members when I chose to go out or do whatever kind of stuff that I thought was important at the time, which in hindsight was really not important at all. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like when you do move yourself away from family, it just makes you cherish and value them a bit more. Like, I speak to my sister, speak to my siblings, speak to my mum, speak to my best friends back home all the time. Well, that's a lie. I speak to my mum, my sister every day, every morning, in fact. But my wider friends, we speak every couple of days, or sometimes it might even be almost a week before we have a proper catch up. Like, I recently caught up with my good friend called Tay, and we had like a 20-minute catch up. And you just be grateful for them times, because back in the UK, I would be with him like 4 days a week. I just go to the office and me and him would just be having some banter and just chilling out. Do you know what I mean? Just cracking jokes and stuff like that, busting bear jokes. But now it's like struggle to even get half an hour in with your boy. Do you know what I mean? But that just gives you an opportunity to learn and reflect and be grateful. So I'd say in that regard, life has definitely changed, man. I've removed myself from all of my current or past comforts, all of the stuff I'm used to, and I'm meeting so many new people. Like, I went to a private networking meeting a few days ago here in Bangkok, and I met a handful of so many other nomads who are actually, majority of them were from America. So I was linking up with a lot of them, talking about making content, doing some collaboration. So you're gonna see a few of them guys on my channel over the next coming weeks and days as well. But it just makes you realize that the world is a lot bigger than you thought. Like, when I was at home and I was thinking about making this move and leaving home, I thought I was the only one. I'm the only one. As mad as it sounds, because obviously there's billions of people in this world, you perceive it to be, oh, you're the only one going through this scenario, this thing, so no one else can relate because it's you on this journey. But there's thousands of other, millions of other nomads out there before me, do you know what I mean, who are doing the exact same thing that I've done. And even me meeting a handful of them 2 days ago just proved me wrong, that like, there's a lot of people who are similar to you and are taking a similar steps in their life as you are now. Even if you're watching me and my channel now and you're at a stage in your life where you're at a bit of a crossroads, there's someone out there who you can relate to. And that brings me on to my other point about why my life has changed, is because I genuinely believe, and I always have believed this, to be fair, that your next best friend, your next business partner, your next lover, girlfriend, whatever, is out there. The way I perceive it is that my next best friend, or not next best friend, someone that I can make great memories with and have a very tight-knit relationship with for the rest of my life, yeah, could be out there. We could have the same hobbies, we could like the same things, eat the same foods, like the same type of music, everything, but they could just be in a different country and speak a different language right now and just be in a different environment to me. But if I had access and exposure to them, we would actually get along so well. I'll give you an example. There's so many Thai people, like actual Thai local people and other expats as well, who I've met, who I've got a lot of stuff in common with them. Not only the fact with the expats, for example, that we have the same thing in common, that we both left home, left our family, etc. But even when it comes to music, like, oh, you listen to Skilly Bang? Yeah, bro, me too. You know what I mean? Like, you just have a little dance or whatever. There's so much things in common with other people, but the only thing that was separating us from actually building a bond and a relationship was just distance, because I was in a different part of the world or they was in a different part of the world. Does that make sense? So I say that to say, if you are someone who is thinking about moving abroad, don't ever think that it's just going to be you on your own and you'll never be able to find that level of friendship you might have had back at home. Yes, obviously I've been here a lot less compared to how long I spent in my home country. So obviously, logically, I will have a stronger relationship with people back home in my home country. However, there still is a lot of people here that you can meet and connect and just vibe with and just build a strong connection with. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'd say that my life honestly has changed for a few different reasons. And I feel like in this chapter of my life now, I'm just starting to reflect. Even though I'm in a new chapter and at the start of a new chapter, I'm still looking back and reflecting on the things and lessons and learnings I've made, mistakes I've made, lessons, things that have went well, what could have went better next time that I've made in this journey now. Do you know what I mean? Because I think it's important to constantly reflect and be self-aware. Even in the last video when I was with Zay, that's my boy, man, make sure you check out his channel. He was dropping me some game and giving me a bit of wisdom and telling me that, you know, the best thing that you can do as an individual is have a heightened sense of self-awareness. Like, it's so good to be self-aware of your surroundings and just understand yourself on an intrinsic level. Who really are you? What do you like? What do you not like? How do you conduct yourself in certain environments? And every day I'm learning so much more about myself because I'm in a new environment, you know? What am I actually like when I'm around no one and everyone here speaks a different language? How do I conduct myself then? Do you know what I mean? How am I like when I'm a bit tired and I might be a bit frustrated trying to converse with somebody, but I don't speak fluent Thai and there's a little bit of frustration that builds up? How do I conduct myself then? Do you know what I mean? So a lot of self-awareness I've had in my journey so far, but it's good, man. I feel like I've been making a lot of short form content as well that you guys can see on check out my shorts on here, or check out my Instagram as well for more. When I've been meeting up with these nomads and I ask them, you know, I do a little video with them and I'll say to them, you know, what is one thing that you would tell someone else right now who's looking to move abroad and become a nomad? They will all individually directly say the same thing, which is basically, you need to just do it. Move abroad, figure out a way to make an earning online and just leave your hometown. Because I feel like when you leave your hometown, you're able to just have such a fast rate of growth. Is crazy. Everyone here I've spoken to, let's not even talk about me, everyone else that I've spoken to has told me that they've grown as an individual so much just because they're in a new environment. And now that I'm here and I'm on that journey, I can attest to that as well and say it's true. When you are separated from your comforts and everything that you know in your local area, things you would normally do, your normal routines, it just, I don't even know how to articulate it, it just brings out a different side of you that you may not have actually seen from yourself before. And it just shows you that you're a lot more of an adaptable person compared to what you may have perceived yourself to be. Like, I'm very resilient, I'm very confident, and these are things that I'm learning more and more about myself as I go about my day, meeting new people. Like, I would have thought that I would have been a lot more nervous meeting new people, to other expats and stuff like that, but it's not like that at all. I'm confident, I'm self-assured, you know? Like, when you've taken such a risk, how could I not be confident when I've literally just left everyone? Do you know what I mean? And like, yeah, mum's safe, see you in a couple of years, I'm going off traveling, just gonna figure it out. Do you know what I mean? So I think if you are, you know, thinking about moving abroad, I just wanted to share with you my lessons about why I honestly believe that moving abroad has and is still now changing my life, because I'm still at the start of my journey. We're not even 6 months in yet. But there's so many things I've learned, man. Honestly, so many things I've learned. Anything is possible, guys, man. Like, I personally believe in my mindset. That's just the way that I've built up my mental construct. anything that you want to do in life, you are capable of doing it. It doesn't matter how difficult it is, how hard it might seem, how hard it might seem for you to obtain. Anything that you want to do in life is possible. You can go and achieve anything that you set your mind to, man. You just have to believe. And like me being around all these other nomads and people who are way ahead of me, they're older than me, they've been traveling for years. I met some guy, black guy, melanated brother like myself, and he was in China for 10 years. I'm like, bro, how do you even do that? Like, what? Like, American guy just moved to China, like, on vibes. Built his whole life up, now he's here in Thailand. It was him, his name is Paris. Shout out to you, Paris, if you watch this, man. But it was his private networking meeting I went to when I met the whole bunch of other nomads as well, who were from America, from the US. So it's just made me realize, being out here, that honestly, anything, and I mean this, anything you want to do and you push your mind to do, you can achieve in life. Don't allow anyone to put their limiting self-beliefs onto you, because someone might say to you, oh, you'll never be able to move abroad, you'll never do A, B, and C. But there's someone already out there like Paris, my friend, he's been in China for 10 years. But then someone else in your comfort zone will tell you that it's not possible, because it's not possible to them in their mindset, you know? Life is short as well, man. As I always say this, but life really is short, guys, man. Life is too short to not go and travel and just take that risk. Because I feel like when I was at home in the UK, I always used to just think, what if? What if I just went? What if I was just like, fuck it, and just tried to wing it? And now I'm doing that. Maybe not winging it, but I done it. I did the what if, you know, because life is short. And now I look back thinking, what if I didn't? The person I've grown and developed into now, even in such a short amount of time, I would never have been able to grow and develop into this person if I didn't take that big risk and decide to move in the first place. Do you know what I mean? So life is short, man. Live life to the fullest, guys, man. But I just wanted to come on here quickly and just give 10 minutes a game. I'm really trying to get consistent. Guys, I need to hold myself accountable. I said to you guys that I was going to be posting like 5 times a week or every day, and I haven't been doing that, man. So I got to hold my hands up. But I'm going to be consistent. I'm not even going to talk. You know what? I ain't even going to say that bit. You'll just see through the regular posts I'm going to put up. That's it. Done. I'm done talk. But yeah, guys, man, I just wanted to come on here and just talk to you and just vent a little. Not even vent, but just vent a little bit, man. Talk my stuff, man. And just reflect. It's good to reflect, you know. And I hope someone who's watching this, it helps you, gives you a bit of a insight into my life, the lessons and learnings I've had on my journey so far. And if you was looking for an answer through this video, I hope you was able to find an answer. I'm very big on self-development and mindset, as you can see. So I hope that I was able to plant a seed in your mindset, if you allow me to do so through the things that I said in this video. But guys, that's all from me today. Have a great day. Smash it. Be positive. 1% better every day. I'm gonna see you in the next one, man.